everyone, you're watching Bite Me with me, Nicole. Now, if you're like me and you're busy very often and then you come back home and you realize you're absolutely starving and you need a quick thing to make, this is the dish which is my go-to. Now, this is my version of bacon pasta and it's inspired by a Nigella Lawson recipe. But I love it and I augment it in equal measure based on whatever is in my fridge. So whatever I can find, pull it out and make this pasta. So to start with, in a preheated oven, what I'm going to do is get an oven tray which has been lined with some foil, and I've laid down 10 pieces of thick cut bacon on it, and I'm going to put this into the oven with the grill on, so it cooks in about say 8 to 10 minutes maximum. It should actually cook faster than that depending on the thickness of your bacon. So what I have is just about 140 grams of pasta, because this is a small quick lunch and I normally just have to cook for 2. And I'm going to put that in my salted water, which has already been heated up and is boiling away. So I normally get a big pan because I'm going to put all of the pasta into this pan later on. And what I do is start by heating about a tablespoon of some olive oil. So let that heat up. Now the Nigella recipe doesn't call for all of this, but I like a little bit of veg in my meal. I can't just eat spaghetti and bacon. I would not sleep very well if I did that because I would just feel guilty about it. So once your oil is slightly hot, and this is about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. You want to stir your garlic on a very low flame. And then I add a little bit of green chili. That's only because I often don't have chili flakes at home because they get over so quickly, but I always have green chilies. So I just substitute a green chili instead of chili flakes. The best part about this is the house smells so good and so bacony, and it's the best smell in the world. Next, I have just about 5 to 6 cherry tomatoes, and I'm just going to put them in. And I don't want these to cook all the way and break down. I just want some of the sugars in the fruit itself to kind of caramelize and give out a sweetness. Next, you can turn your flame off because you don't want anything to burn or even brown really. So at this point, your bacon should also be done. So very carefully, you're going to drain off the excess fat. Just pull off the bacon and lay it on some kitchen paper. Set your bacon aside to just drain for a little bit, and then you're going to start adding your pasta to it. Make sure you cook your pasta for the time stipulated on the box. Don't overcook it, please. Just stir quickly. Get all of that lovely garlic oil coating the spaghetti. Then grab some salt and pepper, and all I have here is some lovely sea salt that I crushed with some fresh pepper and season well. Now for the most important part, you're going to get some of the bacon fat and just gently pour it into the pan. Just a very tiny amount of it. You see that? That's pretty much what makes this dish, is that lovely fat that comes off of the bacon. So turn off your flame, stir it one last time. If you're like me and you enjoy a little bit of acid with your fatty food, go ahead and add a little bit of lime juice. Just a tiny splash. And I like that because it cuts through that lovely richness of the bacon and the bacon fat. What I do is I just pull it apart and leave tiny shards of bacon in here. So once you've shredded your bacon, just mix. And you could use up to 8 pieces of bacon. I, however, have used 10 because I have a husband who loves bacon and we don't eat bacon very often. So this is technically like a salad now. It's fine. Then I'm just going to grab some parsley. I'm just going to rip it with my fingers. If you don't have parsley, the Italians may frown on it, but feel free to use coriander. I have done it and it tastes delicious. Once you've done your parsley, just stir, and then you're pretty much ready to eat. Also, if it looks a little dry to you, go ahead and add a little bit of your pasta water just to lubricate the entire dish a little bit more, just so it's nice and moist. I love how non-fussy bacon pasta is, and it's a very requested dish in the house. It's delicious. It's quite light because it's not full of other carbs at all. It's got no cheese in it. I mean, you can add cheese if you like, but I prefer it just like this without any parmesan or any dairy at all. This is just easy, simple, quick to do, and perfect to eat when you're in a hurry. So be sure to like, share, subscribe, and definitely try out our recipes.